begin with a quote that I believe accurately describes past and present perceptions of bilingualism in the United States, but which I'm sure none of you hold. Quote, "Many believe that our brains are just like our stomachs. To have room for dessert, we cannot overeat. Just like an expanding balloon, some believe that our brains can only hold so much, and if we fill it too fully with a heritage language, there is no room for dessert. This misconception leads many parents and teachers to advocate arresting development of the native language to leave ample room for the new language." End quote. While the majority of the countries around the globe view bilingualism as a value-added entity in an effort to celebrate linguistic diversity, the policies and practices within the United States reflect a linguistic credence in which the influence of a student's mother tongue is value-laden or detrimental to their educational attainment and English language acquisition. Beliefs and attitudes such as these manifest themselves in the denigration of language and culture for the largest group of emerging bilingual students in the United States, Latinos. In the Denver Public School District, in which my study takes place, 58% of the student population is Latino, and 63% of the district's designated English language learners, or as I refer to them as emerging bilingual students, speak Spanish as their native language. Implementing instructional practices that value and encourage the use of students' native language, especially Spanish, have the potential to change teachers' attitudes toward cultural and linguistic diversity from deficit-driven views of language to language as a resource and asset for learning. Collaborative Strategic Reading, or CSR, the instructional tool employed in this investigation, does just that. DPS has embraced CSR as a major improvement strategy to accelerate reading comprehension district-wide. CSR is an instructional tool implemented by teachers to help facilitate students' reading comprehension. Through CSR, students learn before, during, and after reading strategies. Strategies include connecting to prior knowledge, deciphering unknown vocabulary, summarizing, questioning, and synthesizing. After teachers directly model these reading comprehension strategies, students practice applying them while reading in small, structured, heterogeneous, collaborative peer groups. CSR is a research-validated instructional practice that has demonstrated small success in studies in culturally and linguistically diverse classrooms from 4th grade to middle school. Findings show that it yields positive outcomes for emerging bilingual students, students with disabilities, struggling readers, average and high-achieving students. While it's been researched extensively to measure its impact on in the areas of sustainability, student behavior and discourse, and their overall academic achievement, little is known about its benefits for teachers. Specifically, researchers have yet to investigate the potential of CSR as a transformative tool regarding teachers' beliefs and attitudes toward emerging bilingual students' capabilities in mainstream classrooms. I believe that the existing components of CSR, so the collaborative group work, the connecting to students' prior knowledge, students' use of cognates, which are words that are similar across languages to make meaning of unknown vocabulary, and emerging bilingual students' use of their native language when discussing English texts are consistent with best culturally relevant pedagogy. I argue that monolingual and bilingual teachers alike who employ CSR have the potential to develop more positive beliefs and attitudes toward their emerging bilingual students' capabilities, disrupting deficit discourses and enhancing achievement for emerging bilingual students as a result. Prior to returning to graduate school, I was a classroom teacher in Minnesota, California, Oregon, Rhode Island, and Ecuador. As a teacher of many emerging bilingual students, I wish I would have known about CSR. As a research assistant and instructional coach for CSR, I have worked with approximately 20 middle school teachers and over 1,500 students in the classroom for the past 3+ years as they implement CSR in science and social studies classrooms. I see the change in the ways teachers talk to and about their students, especially their emerging bilinguals. Therefore, it is this transformative potential of CSR that I see on a yearly basis that I seek to document and describe through empirical evidence. And it is the funding through this scholarship that I hope to obtain in order to compensate teachers for their time and effort and activities that they participate in outside of school hours. Thank you.